Welcome back, leaders. Welcome to Growth with Grace. The monthly dose of leadership insights is right here. And I'm Grace Kroba-Idusei, bringing this to you today. Last month, we explored April's themes. This month, as we step firmly into the second quarter of the year, we are focusing on May, M-A-Y. 3 critical levers for executive impact, especially relevant as you navigate increasing complexity and strategic demands. We'll delve into mindset, agility, and yield. These aren't just concepts, they are strategic capabilities you can cultivate starting right now. So let's jump into M, mindset. This mindset is specifically the strategic and growth mindset that is required at senior levels. This goes beyond positive thinking. It's about fundamental orientation towards challenges, opportunities, and learning. The strategic mindset involves seeing the bigger picture, understanding interconnectedness, anticipating future trends, and thinking long-term beyond immediate operational fires. Coupled with a growth mindset, the belief that abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work, which was popularized by Carol Dweck. It creates leaders who embrace challenges, persist through setbacks, learn from criticism, and find lessons and inspiration in the success of others. At your level, this mindset is crucial for navigating ambiguity and driving innovation. So consider the contrast between 2 executives facing significant market disruption. Executive A, fixed operational mindset, focuses on defending existing territory, cutting costs reactively, and perhaps blaming external factors. Have you been there before? Executive B, strategic growth mindset, acknowledges the threat but also frames it as an opportunity. They ask, what new possibilities does this disruption create? What capabilities do we need to build? How can we experiment and learn quickly? Think about Satya Nadella's transformation of Microsoft, for example. Shifting from a Windows-centric view to a cloud-first, AI-driven strategy required a massive organizational and leadership mindset shift, starting at the very top. So how can we go about this? Cultivate curiosity, actively seek diverse perspectives, read widely outside your industry, ask why, what if, relentlessly. Secondly, you want to schedule strategic thinking time. Block regular time on your calendar solely for reflection, pattern recognition, and long-term planning. Protect this time fiercely. Thirdly, reframe failure as data. Encourage experimentation within your teams and analyze setbacks for learnings, not blame. Ask, what did we learn before? Who is responsible? You want to challenge assumptions. Regularly question your own and your organization's core beliefs about the market, customers, and competition. As Carol Dweck, one of my favorite leaders, says, in a growth mindset, challenges are exciting rather than threatening. So rather than thinking, oh, I'm going to reveal my weaknesses, you say, wow, here's a chance to grow. Apply this to your strategic challenges. Your action this week. Dedicate 1 hour, just one, solely to strategic thinking. Ask yourself, what is the biggest assumptions underpinning our current strategy? And what evidence challenges it? Write down your thoughts. A is for agility. But at the executive level, we mean strategic and adaptive agility. This isn't just about moving fast. It's about the organization and your own capacity to sense shifts in the environment, make timely strategic decisions, allocate resources flexibly, and adapt execution effectively without losing momentum or coherence. It actually involves balancing the need for clear direction with the ability to pivot intelligently. And in today's volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous, you know it, VUCA world, strategic agility is a key competitive differentiator. Think about companies that have thrived versus those that have struggled during the pandemic's initial shockwaves. Agile organizations quickly repurposed resources, shifted to remote working effectively, and adapted offerings like restaurants pivoting to gourmet takeaways. I enjoyed some of those. Leaders demonstrated adaptive agility by communicating transparently despite uncertainty, empowering local decision-making within clear frameworks, and rapidly iterating on new operating models. Contrast this with rigid organizations hampered by slow bureaucratic decision-making. So what to do? Foster psychological safety. You want to create an environment where teams feel safe to raise concerns, experiment, and admit mistakes quickly. This is very crucial for sensing reality. Streamline decision-making. Identify and remove unnecessary bottlenecks in your strategic decision processes. Empower your leaders at appropriate levels. Embrace iterative strategy. You want to move away from rigid 5-year plans. Implement more dynamic planning cycles with regular reviews and adjustments based on real-time data and market feedback. Build functional fluidity. Yes, break down silos to enable faster collaboration and resource reallocation across your strategic priorities. Someone once famously said, if you dislike change, you're going to dislike irrelevance even more. Strategic agility is the antidote to irrelevance. Your action this week: identify one key strategic initiative. Ask your team, what's the biggest obstacle slowing down our ability to adapt or execute this initiative effectively? Start a conversation about removing that friction point. Finally, Y stands for yield. But we are elevating this beyond short-term results to focus on sustainable impact and legacy. As senior leaders, your focus shifts from simply doing things or achieving targets to creating lasting, meaningful value. What is the ultimate yield of your efforts and your leadership? Now, this involves considering stakeholder impact. That's your customers, your employees, of course, or your community or your environment. Building enduring capabilities within the organization. Developing the next generation of leaders and consciously shaping the legacy you wish to leave behind. It's about ensuring your work yields not just profit, but progress and positive lasting change. Now let's consider a CEO who, beyond hitting financial targets, focuses intensely on building a deeply ethical and innovative company culture. They invest heavily in talent development and succession planning. Years later, even after they've moved on, the company continues to thrive because of the strong foundation, culture, and leadership pipeline they actually have built. That is legacy yield. Conversely, a leader solely focused on quarterly numbers or the bottom line might achieve short-term gains, but leave behind a burnt-out workforce, a damaged brand reputation, or an organization ill-prepared for the future. A poor long-term yield, if you ask me. So a couple of tips here. You want to define your leadership legacy. What do you want to be known for? What lasting impact do you want to have on the organization and its people? Secondly, you want to align strategy with impact. Ensure your strategy's priorities contribute to this desired long-term yield, not just immediate financial metrics. Measure what matters long-term. Look beyond lagging financial indicators. Track metrics related to talent development, innovation, capacity, customer loyalty, employee engagement, and potentially ESG goals. I can't say this enough. Invest in others. Actively mentor and sponsor high potential individuals. See developing future leaders as a critical part of your yield. I love this quote by Peter Drucker. He wisely noted, management is doing things right. Leadership is doing the right things. Focusing on yield, impact, and legacy helps ensure you are doing the right things. Your action this week: spend 20 minutes reflecting on your desired leadership legacy. Write down 2 to 3 key elements. Then identify one concrete action you can take this month that directly contributes to building that legacy. For example, initiating a mentorship conversation, championing a sustainability initiative, launching a cross-functional innovation project, for example. That would be great. So there you have it, your main focus for executive leadership: cultivating a strategic and growth mindset. enhancing strategic and adaptive agility, and driving long-term yield through impact and legacy. So which of these presents the biggest opportunity or challenge for you right now? Choose one area to intentionally focus on this month. Small shifts in these domains can create significant ripples at your level. I'd love to hear your reflections. Head over to the YouTube video and share in the comments section which main elements are you prioritizing this month and why. Your insights benefit the entire community. Friends, if you found this valuable, please like the video, share it with your fellow executives, and subscribe for more monthly leadership lessons. Thank you for investing your time in your leadership growth. Lead with impact, and I will see you next month. Until then, come along and grow with grace.